Have you ever watched a couple and thought, how does one person look completely drained while the other one seems totally fine? It's like one person is emotionally exhausted, carrying everything, thinking about everything, trying to fix everything. And the other person genuinely has no idea why there is a problem. Not because they do not care, but because they do not see it. And that is what we are talking about today. Why relationships fall apart when one person is burnt out and the other one does not even realize it. Because most relationships do not collapse overnight. They do not end because of one big fight or one unforgivable mistake. They slowly erode quietly, almost invisibly, until one person feels completely alone, even while sitting right next to someone. And the painful part is both people are confused. One feels like they are drowning. The other feels like they are being blamed for something they did not even know existed. And the core problem here is not always love, it is emotional disconnect. One person feels overwhelmed, overloaded, unseen, invisible, while the other person looks around and thinks nothing seems that bad. But that gap, that misunderstanding, that emotional blind spot, that is where the damage happens. And a huge part of this comes from something called emotional labor, the invisible work that keeps a relationship running. Remembering things, planning things, managing feelings, keeping the peace, carrying the emotional weight. It is not loud, so it does not get noticed, but it is heavy. And when one person carries most of it, they do not feel like a partner anymore. They feel like they are managing the relationship alone. And over time, that turns into resentment, not because they do not love the other person, but because they are tired. Now, here is the part people miss. The other partner usually is not ignoring it on purpose. They just do not see the invisible workload. They do not see the small things that add up. So they assume everything is fine because there's no yelling, nothing looks broken, so nothing must be wrong. But it is just quiet. And when burnout finally shows up, it does not look like burnout. It looks like distance, irritation, shutdown. And the other person thinks, where did this come from? But it did not come from nowhere. It came from months, sometimes years of small moments where someone felt unseen, unheard, unbalanced. Not one big moment, 1,000 small ones. And this is what most people do not realize. Relationships do not fall apart because of one big event. They fall apart because someone felt alone too many times. And eventually they stop trying, not because they do not care, but because they are exhausted. And that is why emotional burnout is so dangerous, because it does not look dramatic. It looks like silence. It looks like distance. It looks like I do not want to argue anymore. And by the time it is obvious, it has been happening for a long time. But here is the truth. Burnout does not mean the relationship is over, and not seeing it does not make someone a bad person. It just means there is a disconnect, and that can be fixed. Because relationships do not survive on love alone. They survive on understanding, shared responsibility, and actually seeing each other. So if you are the one feeling burnt out, you are not crazy. And if you are the one who did not see it, this is your chance to understand. So tell me, which one are you burnt out or just now realizing?